fade in. Let's roll tape. On this Talk Around Town, we're going to go behind the scenes and take a look at what our Marketing and Outreach Division does for our communications here in the city of Fairfield. Bill, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so one of the number one priorities for our city council is community engagement. In terms of community engagement is making sure that we're doing as good a job as possible of really getting information out to our community. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about what does MOD do and what's your role in making sure that we're communicating adequately with our residents?
The Marketing and Outreach Division's goal daily is to engage and connect with the community from where they're at. So through either digital media with all of our social media and website, to print media, brochures, handouts, even magnets and coasters for specific events, and just word of mouth by communicating with different neighborhood groups and organizations just to get the word out. I'm very proud of our team, everything we do daily. I consider MOD an all-encompassing division as we're able to assist all of the departments internally for marketing campaigns. Being able to provide all of these services under one blanket or one division is kind of rare with cities because a lot of services are farmed out to consultants, and we're able to keep everything internal, which is a cost savings. We also key on branding and style. Whatever comes out of the city should be consistent, it should be timely, and it should be accurate. So we need to ensure that we have a uniform look and a more centralized communication method to where we become more trustworthy. Well, this allows us to go anywhere within the region even. Mainly we could be anywhere in town and we could actually stream live video from any location on the spot. We could transmit on YouTube Live or Facebook Live. We could do multi-camera production.
So that'd be maybe like 4th of July or Veterans Day parades where you can kind of get multiple angles?
Yes, our annual parades, our annual tree lighting, menorah lighting, so any type of downtown events. So any major city events, we could be there on the spot and cablecast live onto our different platforms.
I think one big question that people probably would have is, how do we pay for this, right? I mean, this seems like this is expensive for us to be a mobile news crew.
The great thing is, as part of our state franchise agreement with Comcast, Xfinity, and AT&T UVerse, we get a franchise PEG usage fee every quarter. We maintain not only the website, the apps, and all of our social media, but we also maintain 3 TV stations. We have 3 TV stations on Xfinity Cable, AT&T UVerse. You could also watch us on Roku and Apple TV. We were able to encumber funds over the years. This is 10 years in the making, to where this is non-general fund purchase, and we were able to use that grant funding to buy this vehicle in support of the TV stations.
All right, well, I think there was someplace else you were going to take us and
we
talk
got
a little bit more about capabilities.
Yeah, we got to get ready for the farmer's market, so we just hop in real quick and let's go over to the county green.
All right, well, let's head on then. Thank you.
Hop in.
How about in emergencies, right? I mean, that's obviously disaster preparedness and response. That's a huge component of what we do as a governmental entity. How does MOD's capabilities, play into any disaster situations?
In collaborating with police and fire, we are now a pivotal component with emergency operations. In the time of a disaster, we're able to provide live video to hold press conferences and push out information informing our residents of evacuations or road closures. We have an emergency radio station, which is people can set their dials to 1670 Radio Fairfield.
I see we got that up right here.
It's right here on the AM dial. So you could always tune to AM 1670. We thought, how could we reach the most hardest to reach? So we figured communicating via AM radio station, we're able to get more information out. So it just makes us diverse with our providing opportunities to get connected.
Well, and even if, say there's a prolonged power outage, cell phone towers have generator backups, but that only lasts so long. So
absolutely,
if power's out for a week, hey, after a day or so, those cell phone towers are going down. Now the best way to get that information would be AM 1670.
Yes, and that was one of our solutions that we thought would be the most robust or resilient during that kind of an outage.
All right, so we've talked about communications on our social media channels, we've talked about print media, we've talked about our website, we've talked about AM 1670 for emergencies. Anything else that MOD's responsible for that our residents should know about?
So not only are we dealing with external communications, internal communications, we're also touching on council and commission meeting coverage. MOD has a production studio in the back room to where we're able to capture the meetings and stream live on YouTube, including Zoom, to where we could accept even public comments from the Zoom platform. After the meetings, they're automatically published on the YouTube channel. We also put it on our website, which is our on-demand video system. Starting in late March, we started indexing our videos. So now viewers can actually go to a council meeting or a planning commission meeting and click on an item that they desire to see or a specific chapter of the meeting.
Okay, so if there's just one topic that they were really interested in hearing that public conversation on, they can jump straight to that without having to watch a 2 or 3 hour meeting all the way through until they see that.
Exactly, yeah.
Unlike most city organizations, they might have, just sort of a traditional public information office type of function where you're just always pushing out information related specifically to the community. But I think, what's unique about what MOD does is we really are the marketing component. And so, I know that you've been working with our economic development team to not only broadcast why Fairfield is a great place to do business, but hopefully try to attract, through some of our content creation, attract additional businesses who might be interested in locating their business in Fairfield.
Exactly. And we're able to do such with video production through the print media and multimedia, through all the social media platforms. We're able to provide that information visually and with video and sound.
Well, I know you all have to start setting up here for our weekly farmers market downtown on Thursdays. So I'll let you get to that. So I think the last question I would have for you then is if anybody wanted to follow City of Fairfield, how might they do that?
Well, the easiest way to get to our link tree, which provides information to all of our social media and websites, would be fairfield.ca.gov/connect. And they could connect with us. We always say, get connected, get invested, get results.
All right. Well, thanks to Bill for telling us a little bit more about our MOD team and how we communicate with the community. They got us set up for our farmers market. So come on out Thursdays, downtown Fairfield, 3 to 7 p.m. On this Talk Around Town, I'm David Gasaway. We'll see you next time.
To view more programs like this, follow the City of Fairfield on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.